This is indeed the holiday season where you hear songs about snow and wrapping paper and chestnuts being roasted over an open fire. You want to know a good way for your chestnuts to be roasted? If you show up with them looking all nasty and filthy and full of nonsense. And there's only one way to erase nasty, filth, nonsense, and that's with the Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped, the leaders in below the belt male grooming. Around these parts, we use the Lawnmower 4.0. It's a top-tier electric trimmer. It's the fourth version of it because Manscaped is always looking to make improvements. It features replaceable skin-safe blades that help cut down on grooming accidents. It's rechargeable, so there's not a need to always buy new batteries. It's waterproof, and it has a built-in LED light for those hard-to-see places. Manscaped has this new Performance Package 4.0, which comes with the trimmer, the weed whacker to get rid of all those pesky nose and ear hairs, ball toner, ball deodorant, and if you order now, you get a free pair of Manscaped boxers, which I've already graduated to my lucky draws. I'm wearing them now. And you get a cool little travel bag to hold all your goodies in. This is what I want you to do. I want you to be the life of the party. Voch says this. Go to manscaped.com. Get 5 of everything over there. The lawnmower, performance package, get all the body wash colognes, get a little bit of everything, right? But I want you to save this money. Go to discount code, type in VOCH20, VOCH20 to get 20% off and free shipping. And they even ship internationally if that's how you get down. All right, manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Let's get into this conversation. So, Big Conor versus Lil Connor. If you're new to this show, I refer to Conor Williams as Big Conor and Conor Mcgovern as Lil Connor. You know, typically the older brother is the big brother, so we're gonna call Conor Williams Big Conor. I've been shot at a bunch, you know what I mean, with my defending of Conor Williams, right? I would always defend him. I would always say, hey man, y'all should respect Conor Williams a little bit more. And you know, it's crazy. And first and foremost, I'm not gonna be told you so guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to pat myself on the back and, you know, degrade someone else's thoughts just because they weren't in line with mine. Everybody has an opinion. You know, everybody can come on this YouTube thing and these chat box and these social media things and they can say what they want. I'm not gonna, you know, talk crazy about it. I'm not gonna be told you so guy. But the one thing that I thought, you know, was clear in this community was I thought I was O-line guy. Respectfully though, right? Respectfully. This ain't something that I've self-appointed myself, right? This is something that the community has kind of consensus to do. I graduated from Ned's High School. Please help me if that's a real thing. The community has consensus to do. They've come to a consensus that I'm a trusted O-line guy. Okay, so cool. I get into the nuance of offensive line a little heavier than I do with anything else. So in my mind, when it comes down to this, hey, y'all should trust Conor Williams thing, all I wanted was y'all to trust me on this Conor Williams thing, because if you don't trust me, you would have to see things for yourself. If you see things for yourself, bad things can happen, you know what I mean? And I don't want bad things to happen just for you to be able to see. You know, people are calling this, you know, I wish we didn't go through this experimenting phase. Shit, me neither. I don't want to never have to experiment when I feel like it's clear who the better player is. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes in the offensive line more than just being stronger than somebody. And Conor Williams, Big Conor, he's not the most powerful guy that we have on our offensive line. Some people will even go as far to say that he's the weak link on our offensive line. Well, shit, we got a big 3 on this O-line. So it's either Tyler and Conor. It ain't hard to be the weakest link on this offensive line, but you can still be good and serviceable. Conor Williams is a top 15 or so guard in this league. If you think of the 32 teams, everybody got to start 2 guards. So that's 64 guards that you get to rank guards for. Like there's the top 10 or so guys that are super elite, like the Zach Martins, Quentin Nelsons, whatever. Pick a guy, put him there. But then you have this rare group, and when I say rare, I mean in offensive line world, you have this rare group of middle of the road guys to where they're serviceable to good guys. And ain't many of them. It's more elite offensive linemen than there are good to serviceable. Everybody else is just trash. You see what I'm saying? Conor Williams is a very good to serviceable offensive lineman. But I think he falls on the wayside because people look at the television broadcast. It's 3 things really. One, they look at the broadcast and they ignore, you know, the good plays that he's done. That's just the nature of offensive line. If we don't hear for you, then in their mind, you've done something right. So I always say grade to grade all 68 plays, not 6 to 8 plays. So Conor could be having 65 great plays versus Tampa Bay, but if Vita Vea beats him twice, he's trash, which is ridiculous because Vita Vea is elite. Or he'll have 65 good plays versus the Eagles, but Javon Hargrave beats him 3 times and now he sucks. Or just insert elite tackle, Grady Jarrett. You know what I mean? You don't see Connor Williams have these problems against regular good D linemen. Take a look at the Panthers game. That was a really good game for Connor Williams. Or the Giants game, which was another good. And Leonard Williams is pretty good. But the Giants game, pick one of, just pick a game. Connor Williams does well, but he'll give up 2 to 3 plays versus some elite talent. Well, shit. What else do you do against elite talent but give up a couple of plays against them, right? People will take those handful of plays in broadcast view, especially guys like Troy Aikman and shit. They'll look at that and they'll be like, "Oh, Connor Williams having a hard time with Javon Hargrave," like everybody does, and then they'll reflect that on to Cowboy Nation. Next thing you know, the internet is ablaze and they want Connor Williams sitting down because he's holding Javon Hargrave. How else do you block Javon Hargrave without holding him? I would rather Connor Williams hold than to get Dak killed. Can I get an amen, please? Besides that, though, the broadcast view is a big problem. Then another big problem with the whole Connor Williams, like Cowboy fans love backup players. Like Cowboy fans love, there was a sketch on Family Guy that was so hilarious. It was like, "Hey man, look, you won this contest. There's a boat and there's a mystery box. You got to pick out of the boat a high value item and the mystery box." Peter Griffin is the perfect idea of what a Cowboy fan is in that situation. Like, "Yo, fam, I know that's a boat, but this mystery box can be anything. It can even be a boat. And look, Lil Connor could have been a boat. He's not a boat. He's not a boat. He's tickets to a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? He's a very interesting backup. Conor McGovern is a good backup that has traits that need to be refined in order for him to be a truly good offensive lineman in the league. I don't think Conor McGovern's bad. I still think we got 7 good offensive linemen, but we're talking about Conor McGovern versus Connor Williams. It's a lot of things that make offensive linemen great. If I can make a comparison here, is people really liked Conor McGovern because he was more powerful. If you watch his Penn State film versus Connor's Texas film, sure, Conor McGovern played with a little more power, but that's like having a wide receiver that's just fast. Like you got John Ross, he can't run routes. He don't block. You know what I'm saying? He can't catch real good. He ain't got a good idea for where zone is, the little small nuances and things like that. He's not great on crack blocks and stuff like that. So you get a guy that's good at that one thing, and that's like having, a wide receiver. You go, "Damn, I wish you was faster. I want to start John Ross over you because I want you to be faster." But that's not the case. People win differently. And let me just give you a list of things that Connor Williams does better than. Well, let's go opposite first. A list of things that Conor McGovern does better than Connor Williams. He's stronger. Now, let's look in this other bag, like my brother Koye would say, and let's talk about the list of things that Connor Williams does better than Conor McGovern. Reach blocking, pulling, second level blocking, third level blocking, which is screens and shit. Third level blocking, pacing on third level blocks. Athleticism, pass setting, pass blocking, all those things are different. Combos. We do a lot of comboing in this damn offense, bro. People look at Kellen Moore and be like, "Kellen Moore, why don't we run to the outside very much?" Well, maybe Conor McGovern can't get out there and you're limited on the outside runs we can actually run. I'm not making excuses, but that's just what it seems like. Yeah, Conor McGovern is the stronger guy, but what do you want to do with the dude that's 1 trait better or the dude that's 7 traits better? And you can go to my previous film sessions or whatever. They're all out there. They're the offensive film sessions, but you can look at the plays that I show you, Conor McGovern. Oh, and gap exchanges. When we're pass blocking, dealing with stunts and gap exchanges and shit like that. All that's important. So when you look at the videos that I've put out on Connor Williams versus Conor McGovern, or go to my patreon.com, where I've broken down the whole film. Every time I see Conor McGovern do it, I get pissed off. You can go check that out. But patreon.com/vochlombardi. But every time the whole line would have good blocks, and Conor McGovern doesn't get to a linebacker, and that linebacker makes a play in the backfield, you know, you'll look and be like, the offensive line ain't blocking, but that's a Conor McGovern issue. Or it may be a situation where there's Tyler Biadasz, Conor McGovern, and you know, Tyron Smith or whatever, and there may be a nose over Tyler Biadasz over the center. If we're zone blocking to the right and a linebacker comes down and Tyler Biadasz goes, hey man, I need you to reach this nose. The linebacker is here. We cannot combo this nose because I got to get to this linebacker immediately. But you got to trust Conor McGovern to go from left guard to blocking a zero. Like you got to trust his movement in situations like that. You got to trust him as a help guy. I don't trust Conor McGovern as a help guy. I trust Big Conor as a help guy. Big Conor can reach the shit out of anybody. I think Big Conor as a left guard can reach a one tech in the opposite A gap if you ask him to, because he's that athletic. He's not powerful, but he's that athletic. The whole thing about gap exchanges, yeah, Conor McGovern is a little heavier footed, but I think Big Conor has the advantage in that because he's been playing longer. He's the veteran. Big Conor's the veteran. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of little things that give Big Conor the advantage over Lil Connor. And look, this ain't me shitting on Lil Connor. This ain't me, you know, praising myself or patting me on the back, because I've been a big fan of not even a big fan, but just I've been trying to tell y'all to appreciate Big Conor. This ain't even about that. This is simply, yo, bro, you see what's going on here. We see what's happening here. Let's play the better guy. Let's play the better guy. So now we have this interesting conundrum that we're in. We know Cowboy coaches, Joe Philbin in particular, we know he plays favorites. You know he plays favorites, and I thought this was a grown man's game to where we just play the better guy, but apparently it's a game of favorites. Joe Philbin will walk in that meeting room and say, "Hey man, you know Terrence Steele can get the job done. He can do it. I don't want Terrence Steele who gets the job done. I want Leal who's been mauling people." If you watch this last game, there's nothing about Cowboy fans too, bro. Pissing me off with this La'el Collins shit. Like, in order for La'el Collins to be great, of course he hadn't played football in a long time, and he has to get his feet up under him. But in order for La'el Collins to be great, that dude needs to get back in the game shape. How else do you get La'el Collins back in the game shape than to play him? There's no other way. You know what I'm saying? So you play La'el Collins, and by playing La'el Collins, he gets better, and the more you play him, the better he gets. This is the stretch in the season to where we can't afford to mess around with the mess around with the idea of, and let's see if we can get Terrence, and let's see if we can figure out if Terrence can, or Conor McGovern. Let's see if we can, Conor McGovern. Let's see if we can do. This ain't the time of year for that. This ain't the time of year for that. This is the time of year where we have Washington, New York, Washington, Cardinals, Eagles. So in my mind, we got 3 games to fix all woes. That's Washington, Giants, Washington. We ain't looking past them, but those are just good games to just test yourself. Then we have the big test, which is the Cardinals, and we might be fighting for the 1 seed by then. I don't know. It just depends on how the rest of this thing works out. And then we have the Eagles, last game of the season. So this is the time to where whatever offensive line combination you're gonna run out, this the combination to run out. This the one. This is it. No, you know, if it's Steele and McGovern, then it's gonna have to be Steele and McGovern for the rest of the season. I'd hate it, and I feel like that won't be the best 5, but it's gonna be them. It's gonna be them guys. But besides that though, hey man, we're just gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to see, bro. If it's up to me, I put, especially with them dudes in Washington. If it's up to me, I'm putting Big Conor back in his position, and I'm ready to live and die by him. You know, I'm ready to live and die by him. And there's pros and cons of both, you know, to where Jonathan Allen may be more powerful. He's probably stronger than both of them, really, but he may be more powerful than Big Conor. But if we can outside zone run, he may be more powerful than Big Conor, but Jonathan Allen ain't faster than Tony Pollard on a sweep. You see what I'm saying? So we get benefits of playing the better guy. You see what I mean? Look, man, like I said, I don't want to be told so, guy, man. I don't want to pat nobody on the back, but I just want everybody to, and we ain't even got to tweet Conor Williams and apologize, bro, but I just want everybody to just the grass ain't always greener, bro. This ain't me shitting on Conor Mcgovern. He's a great young backup that I feel great about if we had to play him in a backup role. But put Big Conor out there and quit playing. Appreciate Manscaped for holding us down. Y'all follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. And, you know, I ain't going to tell y'all to do the YouTube things that help the algorithm because y'all know them already. So just do those for me and I appreciate it. Outro.